can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy here on the Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxer, Chase hanging in the Chase Lounge. And D-Mac, that walk across Woodward this morning was the coldest I have ever been in my life. And I'm not overstating that. I'm not doing it for entertainment. It is a factual statement.
You say that every day when you walk in.
No, but today it was really real.
I could not even come in singing "It's So Cold" in the D. I was so cold.
Yeah,
in my D this morning. But Chase, I gave you a fist pump. How cold was that fist pump this morning?
Yeah, I mean your hands felt like just a block of ice.
Yeah, it was icicles. Icicles. So everybody, yes, know the kids are off school and stuff like this. Everybody just stay warm. It's supposed to be getting nicer as the day goes on. But Kenny, good to see you. Good to see everybody's car started this morning.
Yeah. Thankfully, I almost didn't.
Everybody but Neil, we were worried about because that thing was plugged in and cozy.
Oh yeah,
I bet.
Yeah, we were good to go.
The only problem I got is so I've had my Carhartt that I wear. I've had that for probably 12 years now, 13 years now.
Yeah.
It doesn't zip up.
Damn.
So, and I don't have gloves. I got these nice leather gloves for my brother for Christmas last year, and I was helping a young lady that ran out of gas, and the top of the gas can was broken. So when I went to pour it into her gas tank, it spilled all over my hands. And that cashmere-lined leather gloves.
Oh, yeah.
Were the
and then I'd throw them out. I couldn't wear them. And
That's
so
tough.
no gloves, coat doesn't zip up, but I just do hands in the pockets, kind of hug yourself and run.
And get to a mental space.
Right.
You gotta get you a new Carhartt, man.
I know. It's
or
I love that coat, though. It's been through a lot.
get another sweatshirt or maybe a something that you can wear underneath.
Thicker.
But I would think, Spenny, the investment more immediately is what I'm thinking. Gloves. Go get a pair of cheap, something that you can wear across because you're not going to use them. You're going to need them for a few, more weeks, maybe 6 more weeks or whatever like that. Maybe not, but
Woodward Sports chat thread. Robert Sloppy Toppenheimer. Being a delivery guy is tough this time of year. No, shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
I know all of you are sitting there waiting on your Amazon packages.
They right.
But hey.
We was talking about homeless people before the show, and Neil's advice was to just get up and fucking walk.
I mean, that's what I would do. I can't stay here. I can't walk.
If you're homeless in Detroit right now, you're dead.
Yeah,
correct.
If you're outside, you're dead.
Yeah. Shout out to all the shelters too, and everybody.
Shout out to all the shelters.
No doubt.
My mom worked with the homeless a lot. She worked downtown at the NSO for 20 years, and so they go through a lot. We used to do sock boxes in my middle school and stuff. Me and all my siblings, we'd bring a box in, and everybody would bring in pairs of socks, and we'd give them out.
Nice.
Because it's bad out there, man.
Yeah.
Tammy Chin, I took a vacation day since the kids have no school in my district. I needed a day off. Well, you got one, Tammy. Good for you. So here it is, everybody.
Deserves a day off would be Tammy.
Yeah. We got a ton of Lions stuff, obviously, to get into. I had a phone call yesterday with the reporter that coming up at 11:14. It's very relevant to what the topic is. But I will say this. One more thing about the weather before we go to it is now you know why the North won the Civil War. Anyone that can get through this, you're not beating them in a war.
No, that's true.
That's a
the
fact.
South had no shot in the Civil War.
Germany tried to invade Russia.
Not going to work.
You're not built like that.
No. And again, I don't know what the South was thinking, D-Mac.
Well, you know what the South was thinking? They got a dose of it, too.
Yeah.
We're there 8 or 10 inches down in Louisiana,
Bourbon Street,
Houston,
Houston,
down in Florida, stuff like this. So they're coming out. Maybe we could have that conversation, after 1 o'clock with your people down there, how they liked it. So and it's one of those snows that you think down there that it dump on them and then they'd be gone in a day or two. No, they said it's going to stick around for a little bit, so we'll see.
Chrome in the chat, -11 in Torch Lake here yesterday. Effing Arctic
Jesus.
cold. Arctic cold. No, that's what it is, though. But that's why. Again, that's why.
Well, it's really because it's the wind chill, right? So
Yeah,
the
it
fact
feels
when you're
colder
saying
than what
it's
it
0
is.
degrees or 3 degrees, but it's minus 15, minus 17,
Yeah.
wind chill means like chill to the bone
Yeah.
through your clothes.
No, it is
Right now it
unbelievable.
is 3 degrees in Birmingham, and it feels like minus 15.
Jeez.
I believe it.
Well, that would explain
I-
when you
I've
walked
not-
in.
I've never been that
You
cold
walked
in my
in
life.
and just declared coldest day ever.
Yeah. And I know we were joking about it before when it was like 30 or whatever. No, today is the coldest day
You said
ever.
Robert E. Lee came up here and the wind disrespected
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He just went
Robert
back,
E. Lee
like,
had no shot.
Mike G in the Woodward Sports Chat says Robert E. Loser.
Right.
I've always been a Ulysses Grant man myself.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out. Shout out.
You got a name
Ulysses
like
S. Grant.
a name
I don't
like
know if that's a
Ulysses.
flex.
You got a name like Ulysses. You got to be a badass.
Well, yeah, and then you parlay in this weather. Like again, I wish you could have bet it. I wish Caesar Sportsbook was in operation back then during
Oh,
the Civil War
God.
time because
Bet
I'd have taken the North minus 150.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
all day long, Mike G, Ulysses S. Grant, the Dan Campbell of Generals.
For sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I did a prop bet. I would have did over under on extremities being lost.
Yeah. Way over.
It's smashed over.
Thomas, everyone stop crying. We had a polar vortex in 2019, so check facts. Step outside right now, Thomas.
Cool. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
congrats, bro.
Yeah, I'm surprised. White people normally flourish in this shit. It's normally me that's over here complaining. So.
Fuck that.
Nah, no doubt. Update with the Detroit Tigers. There is no update. So this is going to be my new thing.
Evan Petzold says it's at a standstill.
I bet it is.
And Alex Cora tweeted out a check mark. Just that. Just a green check mark.
Bregman gonna sign somewhere else.
And
I'm gonna be pissed.
it's between the Red Sox and the Tigers for Bregman.
I'm gonna be pissed when it happens.
So come on, Pizza Boy. Break out that checkbook.
I'm not touching another fucking hot and ready in this town until he brings
Facts.
Alex Bregman into the goddamn time.
Those little pizza muffins, whatever they call them, I'm sure they're doing well.
Right.
D-Mac,
Fuck 'em.
could you imagine if they take the youngest roster in baseball and make the playoffs with one of the lowest payrolls in baseball and make the playoffs
Again.
and do nothing?
Are we talking about Oakland?
And do nothing. No, that's your Detroit Tigers.
Oh, wait, no, we are.
And they do nothing.
Wait, time out, right? Because
I'm gonna let it play out.
we have time, right? It's
We do.
not time to, but
much
yes,
more time
there
do we
are,
have? It's January.
there's a couple caveats, right? There's still a guy on the roster with a big paycheck that you informed me that Cleveland's got a guy that actually produces for the same amount of money. Well, you got to let it play out.
I know.
But everything that you're saying, right, that you want to say, save it because you'll be able to say it if nothing happens. But
Remember, we got Gleyber Torres and Alex Cobb.
That's true.
Right. And Chris Rodriguez better be the next fucking Miguel Cabrera.
In
Like,
4 years, he probably will.
Yeah, like, come on.
When
Like, what
we
are we
see
talking-
him in 4 years,
Right.
he does look. I mean,
so
he's
now-
built
Yes, Benny, here we go. Come on, lay it on.
I'm in on Chris Rodriguez. He is built like Aaron Judge, and you look at his swing, it looks exactly
Like
like
A-Rod.
Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an
I'm in.
A-Rod
We
swing.
thought the same thing about Avisail Garcia. We thought the same
Kid
exact shit.
made All-Star games.
Yeah.
He didn't do it in here because he was too busy banging Prince's wife. But
Right.
Kid was good. I'm
both sides.
I'm in on Chris
On both
Rodriguez.
sides.
Jump into the super chat, by the way. If you want to skip the line of the chat, burn. This ain't a polar vortex. This is an Arctic blast. Lake Michigan is boiling. It is so cold. No, it is. It is
Is that true?
It is unbelievable.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
might be.
I
Starts
would guess.
boiling when it gets too cold. I don't know.
I felt like I was burning. I felt like
It
my
did,
skin was
yeah,
burning. It
that's
didn't
true.
feel cold. It felt like it was burning.
is fair.
So that is it. No, but I'm telling you guys, if they do nothing, nobody in this town can stand by and take that. Right? Right?
I can't.
Right?
I'm going to be pissed off.
Like even the biggest Tigers fan, the biggest Tigers slappy in the media, you have to condemn that, right?
I would think so.
Yes, absolutely.
I
That
just-
would be embarrassing. That would be a slap in the face. We talk about Judas Ben Johnson.
Okay.
Chris Illich doing nothing after that. What happened last
50
year?
times more
When
egregious.
your head coach, arguably the best head coach in the MLB, the best skipper in the MLB, is going to go out there and saying like, this is something I need, this is something I want, and you don't do that. And if you sign Alex Bregman, you will win the AL Central.
Yeah.
I'm putting that on wax. And if you don't do it, such a slap in the face of the fans, of your head coach, and of your team.
And it make it worse when every single report that we've seen is them being cheap. Like, we've heard, they offered Skubal something, but it was a lowball offer. Yeah, they offered Bregman something, but the wages not matching up. Like, come on now.
So, Neil, here, because the reports are, right, it's still negotiating or a standstill. Bregman, the thing is, Bregman hasn't signed with somebody else.
No, he has not.
So to the facts, do you think that something will get done? Does this help the argument? That's little Chris. Is it solely on this move now here, right? Like, this is what it seems like it comes down to.
It's not, and D-Mac, like, look, again with me, it's not this move. It's not this move. It's what this move represents.
Yes.
Yeah. It's what a move represents.
That's a fact.
Anything. Do something, man.
Pizza, bitch.
Jesus. Some great jocks here.
Oh, yeah. Shout out, Nick.
No, big shout out.
Thomas, hey, don't panic. We have Matt Strikeout Vierling coming back. Hey, you win with guys like Matt
Vierling is a very solid utility player.
He's a good Major League Baseball.
Should he start on this team when you're trying to win? Or should he be an everyday player on this team when you're trying to win the AL Central? I mean, he can be. Can he be one of your best 4 everyday players? No, and he should not be asked. He should be your 6th hole guy or a 2-hole, wherever you want him.
I'm more mad at the fact that they paid Alex Cobb what Justin Verlander got from the damn Giants, and you could have brought him back home for that price. Like, I
got a feeling he didn't want to come home.
Maybe not, but
I got a feeling the organization was just like, no, that guy's washed.
No,
like,
okay,
and I'm cool with that because he is washed.
Okay,
like he wasn't even on the playoff
more
roster.
Washed than Alex Cobb.
Alex Cobb was going to start in the championship series,
not by choice,
but he was
not by choice.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But he was.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So I will say that. But yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's take the break. There's a lot. I received a phone call yesterday about the whole coaching setup stuff that. I'm saving till it's our show because that's the way that it works.
Boom.
I haven't talked to any of you guys about it.
It's cool.
You guys don't know.
Okay.
So, it is. We're going to get into it.
For the School of Rule.
There you go. Sabbath Coffee.
Sabbath Coffee Roasters, delicious locally roasted coffee dropped off right at your doorstep. It's made here in Michigan. So support a Michigan company and get some Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Go to SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your favorite order. Whatever you want. They got all the roasts for you to choose from. So choose one, order it, use code word Woodward, and get 25% off your first order. Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you will. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All new Detroit shirt designs available there for you. We're doing it better than anybody else, man. The Detroit sports wearables. We got the grit shirts. We got the T-shirt with the Dan Campbell kneecap speech on there, which is pretty cool as a matter of fact. And there's baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's Woodward Sports golf line as well. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Check it out. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty here in the building. We have KG, we have Spencer Raxter, we have the Chase Lounge in effect as well. We have all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. If you want to skip the chat line, jump in there with the super chat. We'll get those out there in short order. But yeah, a lot of Lion stuff to get to. And Skydog722 Silent would want to see if those two same words he had for Ben applies to the It's Business crowd like Neil. Let's have that discussion, okay? I got a phone call yesterday, guys, and from a pretty good source, covers the National Football League, is in the Pro Football Writers Association. I'll just leave it like that.
All right.
Okay? So it's not, it's not your cousin Jeremy.
Right.
Okay?
Blue check mark. Got it.
Yeah. And he had a lot of interesting things to say about the Lions coaching, Lions coaching movement, all of that stuff. One of the things that might affect today is Aaron Glenn he believes, and I trust this man. Yeah. So he believes that Aaron Glenn to the Saints is a done deal. They were surprised it wasn't announced yesterday. It could be surprised today. Or it could be announced today.
That's the perfect spot for him.
So
I like him there better than the Jets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yesterday the speculation was his second visit was at the Jets, so how do you announce it if he's supposed to be in New York and not in New Orleans? So if you're thinking about that, it makes a lot of sense.
The weather's holding things up down there. They have a snowstorm, so they don't know what to do down there. So that's what I was told. And again, I believe the man. Again, he's in the Professional Writers Association of America. It's Football Writers Association of America. So there's that. The Ben Johnson stuff that he told me about was a little more interesting.
Okay.
Was that there was potentially some friction in the organization with Ben Johnson, with Dan Campbell, to the degree that he might not have been back regardless this year. And again, this is not my story. I'm not reporting this. I'm just telling you what I was told. He's not reporting it either because it hasn't gone through all the proper channels to be reported. And he's a man of integrity. You know what I'm saying? But he got it from a pretty high-ranking person that was involved with one of the team's coaching searches, that was kind of the reason that they were out on Ben Johnson. Like that's what I was told.
So what you're telling me, Neil, to read sort of between the lines or behind the scenes, it was more of a mutual go on your way. It was sort of
could have been that.
Your time is done from what's going on, and it's just philosophies or power or whatever else. This goes to show me to the fact that Ben Johnson thinking that he is the quarterback whisperer. And when you explain the why go to Chicago, everything there's lined up, including their cap and their books and stuff like that, right? The money, the draft, whatever. It makes sense that that's got the biggest treasure trove to go to. And if it's something that you start, if this is, just speculated, but if there is sort of starting a little bit of a rift or whatever, remember, who is it that mans the door to Allen Park and Lions? It's Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. So it doesn't mean that's like a lot of sometimes little, maybe getting bigger than your britches or what the game plan is there. So this is all just progress, I believe, and the maturation and stuff like that. I was always under the impression Ben Johnson would be gone. Under the impression Aaron Glenn would be gone. The one that I'm interested in is Hank Fraley, that the reporting in Seattle. It's the positional coaches that, to me, is the more interesting thing because of what we've built here. So, again, that might explain more to the why that there wasn't this resistance of a big contract going to be offered to him to keep him, Ben Johnson, as the offensive coordinator. It was like, okay, you're on your way. We're done.
I feel like the why is important here, and we probably will never actually find out why. But
no.
What was the friction about? Because if it's over play calling, that's one thing. If it's over money, that's another thing. Like, I'm interested to know, like, what was the actual friction? Was it just like Ben Johnson thinking, hey, I've outgrown this position, or, like, it's interesting to know, because I feel like that's important as to why maybe he made that Bears choice.
And if I'm speculating we're speculating on this
Speculating,
conversation,
100%.
I would
Not
think
reporting
it's
it.
football related, not money related.
And that was the gist that I'm talking about, like within the line.
Within the conversation.
Within
like,
the lines.
You're trying to read like a coffee table talk or guys, talking behind, trying to feel, what's going on, or maybe some of the whys. So I believe as time goes on, you might get more of an answer, but you'll never get a solid answer.
What would he have friction about with Dan Campbell, of all people? That's why I want.
Burn in the super chat. Good for Aaron Glenn. Go get your bag, old man. Thanks for the good. Hope you do well. Not too well. But F. Ben Johnson, Trader stabbed us in the back. Thomas in the chat. The friction was over Goff. That was not it. That is not what I was told. Okay. So that is not what I was told anyway. So again, I'm just relaying a conversation. And it is a guy that I trust. It's a guy that has a good reputation. And the people he talked to, you would be stunned who they were. I'll just say it like that.
Give you something to think about, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. That's what's in the circle. So it could be, more than meets the eye with everything that's going on. So just wanted to put that out there. Like I said, the Aaron Glenn thing may happen today with the Saints.
Terrell Williams to the Patriots.
Terrell Williams to the Patriots, defensive coordinator
job. That was a
job.
tough one, too.
So
I thought he could have been the DC here.
That was kind of writing on the wall when Vrabel got that job.
Right. Like, none of the – and I will say this. Like, as we go back, not stunning whatsoever.
No. He was under Vrabel in Tennessee. They're friends.
Yeah.
He's 100%. He's a great defensive mind.
Big step up.
Yeah, for sure.
Big step up.
Not a division rival.
The Ben Johnson thing, too, D-Mac, as I was kind of recreating that and thinking about it, my guess would be, like with the Bears thing, what are the jobs that are open, right? The Saints?
It was
Jacksonville.
For Ben Johnson, it was Raiders, Saints, or Raiders, Jacksonville, Chicago.
I mean, if you think about it, if I'm taking like the division, if I'm taking Spencer's feelings out of it, I'm thinking about the fact that, and I'm told Caleb Williams is so sweet, right? Like that's what I'm told all the time. But if you look at what he is and what his foundation is, Chicago's the only choice in that situation, right?
Right. Compared to the other ones.
I mean, if it were me, D-Mac,
he's a rookie
I'm taking
quarterback
Chicago
on a rookie deal still, like fresh in the rookie deal.
And plus, you got to understand, he's seen him twice. So he's seen, like,
he's game planned
if he thinks
for it,
he can fix him
now
or make him better.
Twice.
You know what I'm saying?
McLovin in the super chat. Ben Johnson wanted more love for the culture change.
That's another conversation too. Did he feel like he wasn't getting enough recognition? Like
that wasn't the nature of the discussion.
I think it's a little more than that.
It was it was more of a difference in philosophy of timing of stuff they wanted to do.
Okay,
or he wanted to do.
Play calling. That leads me to play calling. Got you.
That's it. Yeah. So again,
all right,
just conversation I had. It's not being reported.
Yeah,
but the names that he dropped, that he talked to about it and everything like that was pretty stunning to me, and I trust the man. So that is it. Old Jarhead, I think AG is easier to replace. He was mid. So I guess D-Mac.
All right.
I guess D-Mac. I want to do this, Spenny. I want to take the break a couple minutes early because I'm going off the sheet here. And this is a question that just popped inside my head.
We're going off the sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to take a different job somewhere else after this.
Now, I bet you are. If anybody doing that, it's your ass.
Hey, man.
Go somewhere warm.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
That's
all right,
okay.
hey, Planet Fitness. Speaking of that, Planet
makes
Fitness.
sense.
That makes sense, and it makes dollars. Because it's not $70, $80, $90 a month for a gym membership, guys. The weights weigh the same. What are we talking about here? I've been a member at Over Planet Fitness for over 3 years. I'll never be a member at another gym. I just won't. It's got everything I need. Tons of cardio, tons of weights for the days you want to do that. stretch stations, 30-minute circuits, all of it. And with my $24.99 a month Black Card membership, I can use a hydro massage chairs. Their facilities are sparkling clean. Go take a shower, get dressed, get on with your day. That's what you can do at Planet Fitness, everybody. And they're everywhere. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit. They're pushing 3,000 of them, coming up on 3,000 of them in the world as well. It is Planet Fitness. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights. What are we doing? Go to planetfitness.com right now.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
1800 Tequila, the official tequila of the Detroit Lions. Make sure you go out and grab. They got the Lions themed bottles right there. You can get them in stores now. If they don't have them in your liquor store, ask them and they can get them ordered pronto. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest tasting tequila. And as always, please drink responsibly.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there, get your thoughts out there. We read them, everybody. Most interactive show here on this network, the most interactive chat show in all of the state of Michigan. And like I said, go ahead and skip the line if you want to, but we're talking Detroit Lions right now. Hank Fraley, Mark Brunell, again, you look across the board and people are dipping, and that's the way it works when you have a good team. That's what ends up happening. So we're just we're talking about it. So right now, I just wanted to ask the question to the people. Some people brought it up, so I'm going to run with it. Who's going to be easy to replace? Who's going to be easy to replace? I know we did the old Osama Ben Johnson stuff and stuff like that, and we were chopping it up yesterday, and Spenny and I got heated. But taking the feelings out of it, who's easier to replace? Who?
I would think I would think Aaron Glenn. Like in a lot of ways, look at and a lot of has to. Well, you know what? But then I catch myself because look what he did without the guys that he had, and he got guys coming back. You would think talent-wise on offense, and these guys have been together. You got Jared Goff as your leader. You got veterans, right? It's not that rookie class on offense, so they sort of have an understanding. You brought up in the last segment, maybe there's a Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, there was a little bit of riff. So the offense works as the offense, whether they like it or not. It's a 30-point producing offense. I think that somebody that comes in isn't going to mess with it, right? Yeah. On defense, we can be improved a lot, and we're going to improve a lot because we're going to be healthier, right? So talent-wise will be that. So the job Aaron Glenn did, and I know giving up a lot of points and for it, but you know what, he did it to melding it together all season long with that blitz and different things, and obviously we realized
there's a lot of duct tape being used.
It was. So I mean, I'm not gonna put down his effort. I think that the guy coming in on defense is gonna have a lot of tools at his disposal, a lot of veteran tools, a lot of guys coming back from injuries. The big thing is you got Jack Campbell now, another year, and you look at the progress in him. So I'm going to stick original and say the easier job will be defensive coordinator.
I think it's the offense, because your offense is already established. The core of your offense is here. I mean, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, J-Mo. The next offensive coordinator should come in and not have too much trouble in keeping the Lions offense a top 5 offense. As opposed to the defense, you still got questions on defense. You do have a lot of talent on defense, but you're going to need the right guy to come in and be able to make all of it work. But offensively, I think it's easy. Like, you just step in and continue doing what you've been doing. Run the football, play action. You know what Goff's strengths are. Yeah.
Woodward Sports Chat Thread, Chuck Brewer, Neil. Folks don't seem to remember that Dan and Brad built this great staff when we sucked. I think that they'll be fine rebuilding the staff. But, Chuck, on the flip side of that coin, Anthony Lynn sucked, right?
True.
Mm-hmm.
Badly.
Yeah, true.
Badly. But then again,
but we didn't have the talent that we have now.
And he sucked everywhere he had been. So
that's a fact as well. So
don't be mad at me, man. I'm not the one that, Anyway, Woodward Sports Chat Thread, silent service. That's the job. People like to talk and leak info. Good job, Neil. And again, I'm not reporting that. Like, that's the difference. I'm just telling you guys what I was told from people that I trust, and it was interesting. So I thought I would share it with the people. And when you start putting it all back together, you could certainly see how that could be.
And Big Papa in the Woodward Sports Chat says, please someone explain the draft compensation for losing all these coaches. You'll get compensation for Aaron Glenn becoming a head coach, which would be a third-round pick this year and a third-round pick next year, and that's it.
Yep.
So there you go. I mean, that's kind of the bonus to it all.
Yeah.
Which, it's funny, and I want to get this. I want to get this accurate. But Spenny, you didn't tell me. What's your angle on this? What's tougher to lose? What's easier to replace?
I think I'm with KG. I think the offensive coordinator is easier to replace. I think you've got guys. If Mark Brunell is your guy, that would be in-house already. I think it's Tanner Strand. I think he is the heir apparent. He's been in the system. He's been shadowing Ben Johnson. Ask every single Detroit Lions beat reporter. He's been being groomed for this position. And like KG said, you've got all your playmakers. You've got your quarterback. You've got your offensive line already set. I think the offense is the easier job to replace. All
right, that's fair. And Spenny, remind me on this. The draft compensation for Glenn, that's next year's draft, 2026 or 2025?
One this year and one next year.
Okay, so one this year, one next year.
That's helpful.
And what do we know?
We know that they don't have a third-round pick as it sits right now because they traded it to the Jets.
But what do we know? You're going to get something good.
Yeah.
That's a third-rounder. So, I mean, you're going to get a return. Why? Because your guy, Brad Holmes, proven that he's going to draft somebody that's going to help you.
Or it could be used as a trade.
There you go.
Well, and remember, too, the Lions don't have a third-round pick. They don't have a fourth-round pick. And they don't have a fifth-round pick next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, the fifth-round pick went to the Zadarius Smith trade. The Lions' fourth-round pick went to the Eagles in the Sionevaki trade, and so that was where they lost that one. And then the third-rounder to the Jets, they traded to get Giovanni Manu. So
and it's just a minority coach becoming either a head coach or a general manager. So the Terrell Williams becoming a defensive coordinator, you don't get any picks or anything from
there. You go. Thanks for breaking it down, Spenny. Appreciate that. In the Woodward Sports Super Chat, jump into their burn. Only Brad Ausmus could have messed up an offense with as much talent as our offense has.
That's 100%.
Have fun with zero offensive line in Bear Hell, Ben. McLovin, I hated AG, wouldn't get out of man coverage. Well, to be fair to AG, McLovin, when your blitz rate is 60%.
What else you going to play?
You going to blitz him be in his own?
Right, you can't do it.
Let's keep it 100 here. Yeah. All right, everybody? See, I kind of think that the offensive coordinator is going to be tougher to replace.
Really?
Because, yes, I know the tools that you have at your disposal, but in order to run that at its highest efficiency, you need the brightest offensive mind. And I feel as though, like, everyone wants to focus on the trick plays and the YOLOs and, the Jamison Williams pass, even though they ignore the 3 that worked earlier in the game. But you have that. That is what that taught me.
Yeah.
There's a fourth down education for our fans that needs to be applied to trick plays education.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can focus on the one that didn't work and make that, your comparison and your belief. But keep it 100 and take all the data into account. But whatever, I digress. That's a discussion for later. It's just that when you talk about a historic offense, which is what they were, right, Spenny? You hate the man,
Yes.
but it was a historic one of the best offenses this game has ever seen. I just don't think that you can just go get anybody and put them in there and they'll get the same out of it. I think the chef matters. The chef matters. You can have the great ingredients.
I mean, true, but the recipe ain't nothing crazy. The Detroit Lions like to run the football. You got two really damn good backs, and you use that to use the play action, which Jared Goff excels at. It's not much different that a new coordinator can come in here and really do. I mean, you just copy and fucking paste. You, of course, add your own nuances, but I don't think it's going to change.
I just think that if you hand two chefs the same ingredients, and one's a chef that's never been a chef, and the other one that's been a historically great chef,
right,
the meals are going to taste different. D-Mac.
Maybe, yeah.
Like they are with the same ingredients.
They will be, but there's also too that's where
the recipe is
are
the same.
you using a lot of the? Are you using? But here's the thing: are you going to use all the same oven and the same pots and pans and the same food? Right? You may be cooking a couple new ingredients, but it's still going to have that essence of what it has. This offense is still going to have the essence of it's Sonic and Knuckles. It's Laporta. It's Amon-Ra. It's J-Mo. Like I mean, it's who could come in, and I don't think they're looking to change anything like in a big way. They're just looking to adjustments. So that's why what Spenny says, when you have a guy in house that you've been grooming, it makes the most sense, because where does the leadership come from? Right, where like it's on the field, right? They don't need to be coached as much as they need to be put in the right spot. Does this offense not have the vibes of our 90s Wings teams or early 2000s with like Hall of Fame-ish players on it, or guys that are at the top of the league, right? You got to let them go out, and as they've proven the last couple of years to be the legitimate offense they are. So they're going to be led by Goff and whatever, and I don't think it's somebody that's going to come in here. They need somebody that continues to keep what they've got going and improve on it. So usually that comes from within with the essence.
Woodward Sports Chat thread, jump into there, get your thoughts out there. But no, just kind of rapping about what's tougher to overcome. I kind of think it is Ben Johnson. And I think once you move past the emotion of yesterday and you start to think about it, you realize what this offense was under Ben Johnson. True. Historic.
But what defensive coordinator can come in here and do the job that Aaron Glenn was able to do with less ingredients? I mean, you got to take that into consideration, too. Not every defensive coordinator would have been able to do what AG did over this past season.
Mike Bell, coaching matters. I would say with Aaron Glenn, though, at the point, though, you got to desperation, right? We're just like, we have to blitz every time.
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
Eventually, yeah.
At some point, dude, like, you're just like, this is what we have to do. We got to blitz every single time.
Not a lot of coaches are going to be able to take care of business when you got 11 guys on your side of the ball on IR. Like,
that's fair. 100% that's fair. Jay Hart in the Super Chat. It's the offense by far. Look at the reports about how difficult it was to understand our offense. That is not a plug-and-play
good thing we've
position.
had guys that are already in that position that have been in that offense for multiple years that result in play calling and situational aspects of that offense that know the scheme, that know the terminology, that know the system. A quarterback's coach, and a passing game coordinator that have all been a part of that offense for multiple years. Like, they're not going from just ground zero on this offense. There are guys that have already been there that they're going to promote. Like Dan Campbell said, he wants a similar play style. He wants similar terminology. He's hiring someone from it. It's going to be Tanner Strand more than likely.
And I see where you're coming from now, Spenny. Now it makes sense because I had forgotten about that. Because you're working under the assumption that you're going to bring the in-house guy up and,
sure.
and the show goes on.
On offense, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a fair point. Vincent E. Bring Salah home.
I would love that.
I would love that.
Right, like number one. I don't know, Spenny number one on your list, or like
he's
as
number
far
one
as
on
you're
my
going
list for sure.
Outside, I think hopefully the writing's on the wall. I mean, think back the philosophies. As a different, we know what he did in San Fran, but the philosophies and being a local guy too. To me, that always adds flavor. Yeah. It always does. So. Hopefully we hear that, like, at least he's interviewed or have the conversations.
Vincent in the chat. Vincent E. AG is overrated 100.
I'm telling y'all.
The roller coaster, man.
Yeah.
Like, remember, this guy was the savior, remember? Like 5 days ago. It's wild.
And early in the season, that defense was humming. Like, I think people care to forget that. But that defense was really operating before Hutch went down. So,
Stephen Baffey, Ben was never a chef before the Lions. I'm just saying, right? But he proved he was talented.
Yes.
I mean, can't deny that, my
and
friend.
he proved he's a Judas.
Spitty on that. I'm not mad at you, though.
Spenny's worked up, man. Spenny's worked up. All right, let's take the break. When we come back, Spenny's got a free agency question, and I think I just want to spin this into the financial. You know how we do this?
Yeah.
Let's just sit down and talk about it. See where they're at.
Gonna have to sign a lot of guys. Don't have a lot of guys on your roster under contract right now.
So there it is. Let's sit down and let's do it then. We'll do the Lions financial snapshot. Roll into the next season. When we come back, tell them about Lady Jane's.
Absolutely. At Lady Jane's, we take the chore out of getting a haircut. Our talented stylist will deliver an industry-leading haircut, relaxing scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
New rule here for Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use a promo code Woodward1000. Scan the QR code on the screen. And as we said, make your first deposit using the promo code Woodward1000. You can make your first bet all the way up to $1,000. If you lose, you'll get it back as a free bonus bet from Caesar Sportsbook. One of the OGs in the sports betting game. The app is clean, doesn't glitch out. If you're a live bettor, it's money. Never glitching, never not loading, all of it. Everything is sharp. There's tons of betting markets. Anything you want to do, pretty much, you can do. If you went back in time, you could probably bet on the North to win the Civil War because we could survive weather like this. Take them. Lay the minus 150. South will never know what happened coming up here. But again, promo code Woodward1000. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
Over under on Frostbite.
Minus 20 million. Valley Forge, yeah. Home game. There's a little juice in the spread for that one. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase here hanging out as well. Didn't want to do this, but we do. So, you know, that's what it is. The Lions financial snapshot as we look ahead. We just talked about it a couple segments ago. The Lions' future draft pick status. Now, Aaron Glenn thing is loading. You'll catch a couple of compensatory picks for that. But as it sits right now, Lions in this draft, they have their first-round pick. They have their second-round pick. They do not have their third-round pick that was traded to the Jets for Giovanni Manu. They do not have their fourth-round pick that was traded to the Eagles as part of the Christian Mahogany, Sione Vake trade situation. So they do not have their fourth-round pick in the draft. Fifth-round pick, they do not have. They traded that for Zadarius Smith. So the Lions have their picks in the first and second. They will not pick again until round 6, where they have 2 sixth-round picks. They acquired one from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as part of the Carlton Davis trade. They have just the one in the 6th. My bad. Just the one pick in the 6th that they got from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as part of their Carlton Davis deal. They traded their 6th-round pick They will not have that. They traded it to Cleveland for Donovan Peoples-Jones. So remember that everybody was all hype about? Bring him home.
Didn't work out too well.
I just like to remind the people, KG.
No, I get you.
Because I remember we put a post out on social media that they traded for Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they got like 3,000 likes or something like that on Facebook alone.
Brad Holmes came with them all, man.
People were wrong on that one.
DPJ and Trinity Benson not looking too high.
Sure, but, I kid, I laugh.
Yeah.
But you guys all loved it, and it didn't work. Since then, the Browns traded that pick to the Bills as part of the Amari Cooper trade. Yeah. So if you want to follow the lifeline of your draft pick, the Bills will have it in the 6th round. The 7th round, the Lions will have the Cowboys' 7th round pick. That was part of the Terry and Arnold trade.
Got you. Only 1/7? They got somebody else's 7?
The trade, they traded Cooper, Beebe, Tyler Guyton. That's what the picks that got traded ended up being to the Cowboys. The number 29 and the number 73 to the Cowboys for number 24 and a 7th round pick. So there you go. They gave up their first and their third for the Cowboys' first and a Cowboys 7th. So they have the Cowboys 7th. They have the Jets 7th. It was a conditional 6th round pick for the Mims trade. Remember that one? Yeah. So there's that one out there as well. And then they have their own 7th. So to recap, their first, their 2nd, the Buccaneers 6th, the Cowboys 7th, the Jets 7th, and their own 7th.
And a conditional 3rd looming.
And a conditional 3rd looming for the next 2 years. Woodward Sports Super Chat. Jump into there. Get your thoughts out there. Kimbo Vice Entertainment says, them being 1 foot in, 1 foot out as coaches is still crazy to me. I think this sets a different type of a fire brewed with a different type of resentment. Guys, this is the way the business works.
We just don't understand it because we've never been in this position.
New money.
New money. We never
D-Mac, thank you for that. Again, thank you for just being simple.
Just go back and because I look back and I think, there's an article, Bill Belichick talking about, how he doesn't disagree, how he had to deal with it, in the past all along. We're trying to, stop it, but the mandate, it's the league mandate that allows it. So, remember, guys, first time we've experienced this. So that's why it's like seems so wrong, but it goes on all the time. It's not right. I agree. Should be a league mandate. It shouldn't start till after you're out, but it is what it is.
No, absolutely. Somebody in the chat saying, Neil, they have a 4th. My source that I use said that the Eagles traded their 4th round pick to the Lions as part of the DeAndre Swift trade.
Yeah, they don't have a 4th.
Then the Lions traded that as part of the Sione Vaki trade. Traded it back. And the Lions also gave up their 4th for the Eagles. That's my understanding of it. So I see the people.
They'll have a 3rd if Aaron Glenn takes the job.
Correct.
A head coaching job.
Correct. Thomas, don't worry. Brad Holmes is shopping the injured list for bargains right now. Mike O, podcasting for 2 in action. I think people are interested in what draft picks the Lions have. Are they not?
They should be.
I guess not.
Right. It should be.
Wild says he's 100% confident. Okay, well, I'll look into that. And see. So, again. All right. The financials for the Lions as they sit right now, $68 million in cap space. That is the 6th most in the NFL. Ironically enough, the team in front of them is the Chicago Bears with the 5th most. But that's just out there for now.
Tim Twentyman has it that the Lions have a 1st, 2nd, a 4th, a 6th, and 2 7ths.
Okay, so he does have them with the 4th.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'd have to recheck the Vaki dealings again. So if that's what Tim's got, I'm going to believe Tim. Fair enough.
And then, like I said, a 3rd as well once Aaron Glenn takes a head coaching job.
So there you go. Absolutely.
You hear that? He believed Twentyman, not you, Wilds.
All right, so
suck it, Steve Wilds.
so the Lions with $68 million in cap space, 6th most in the league. They're free agents according to salary the previous year. The biggest, Carlton Davis, $14.5 million he was paid last year. Marcus Davenport, Kevin Zeitler, John Kaminsky, Emmanuel Mosley, Levi Onzarike, Khalil Dorsey, Kindor Vildor, Michael Badgley will come off the books.
Yep.
Teddy Bridgewater, Allen Robinson, Ife Melifonwu, Dan Skipper, Pat O'Connor, Tim Patrick, AQM, Craig Reynolds, Derek Barnes. These are like the more notable ones. So that's what you're looking at right now. Craig Reynolds is a restricted free agent, just for what it's worth.
Yep.
So as you said, Spenny,
a lot
of guys, man.
And you're going to have to make decisions with different guys. A lot of them are obviously depth pieces. Some of them you can expect to get back on veteran minimum contracts like Craig Reynolds and like Dan Skipper and guys like that. I would like to see AQM and Levi Onwuzurike be signed.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Tim Patrick get signed, but I don't know if they pay him. He might outprice himself.
It's up to Tim Patrick.
Yeah, we're not going to pay him more than $5 million a year.
Right.
Like,
don't be a Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Like, we have 2,000-yard receivers, a great tight end, 2 running backs. We're not going to pay our 6th option more than $5,000 or $5 million a year. So we'll see on that. But the ones that I would like to see brought back the most would be Levi Onwuzurike, El Qadim Muhammad. Obviously, like I said, Dan Skipper and Craig Reynolds, I think you can get those done pretty easily without being too worried about it. And I would like John Kaminsky back as well.
You know one that I wouldn't mind seeing, and it was somebody I think, like, we got a taste of it, but he ended up getting hurt, Pat O'Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was solid.
I wouldn't mind taking, like, a flyer on Pat O'Connor.
I think you're going to get a flyer in that because it's not going to cost that much in the same sort of role.
Yeah.
So Carlton Davis wasn't on that list?
Carlton Davis is, yeah. And Zeitler, I think I would love to bring back Kevin Zeitler. If he signs another 1-year, $6 million deal, you do that in a heartbeat. So I assume that I saw his wife post out there, like, great job in year 13. We'll see what happens in year 14. So Zeitler, it's retirement, or I could see him signing another 1-year deal.
Do the Lions need to re-sign Carlton Davis? Is it a need?
That's where you look at if like Amik Robertson should be back and ready to go by OTAs.
You were looking for Rakestraw to make, and I don't think he did. I think from what Carlton Davis did, that number 2 spot and whatever like that, like I'd be willing to pay him.
I would be willing to pay him too.
Right, what he meant. We saw what he meant when he was out.
I like a 2-year deal for Carlton Davis.
Yeah, I got no problem with that. He's proven to me that he belongs and he's part of the culture here.
But when you look at Carlton Davis, though, he's 28.
Yeah, that's why
I don't think he's interested in a 2-year deal.
He's not. But I don't. He's also injury prone. This is another. I know it's a freak injury with the broken jaw, but like freak injuries that keep happening to the same guy means you're injury prone. So it's another year of him proving that he can't stay healthy for a whole season.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
part of negotiations. Don't get it twisted.
I'm not going.
They will bring that up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And he could be more on to prove it. So might be more money shorter term.
I'm not going over 2 years with Carlton Davis because I think like you drafted a cornerback in the 1st and 2nd round.
Yeah.
They're going to get better guys. Like Terrion Arnold is not going to be this all year. Go look at Darius Slay's first-year stats. Amik Robertson has proven he can be a very good outside cornerback in this league, and he should be healthy by OTAs.
Rake is the unknown.
I think
we haven't seen him.
I think the value, you just said it, Spenny, that Robertson showed on the outside allows them more leeway. But again, don't you have to know who your defensive coordinator is to see where he's at?
His philosophy.
Say, I need this guy or I don't, because he might see with the younger guys he can plug and play with that and switch some guys around. So it'll be interesting.
I like Carlton Davis a lot. I really like Carlton Davis as a player. But like I said, I'm not going to go over a 2-year deal, and I don't think Brad Holmes will either.
No,
Brad Holmes doesn't sign these guys to long-term contracts except for, his building blocks.
The building blocks.
The only guys that I think DJ Reader was the highest free agent deal he gave out. It was 3 years or 2 years, whatever it was. So
I think it's 2, but yeah.
I would like, if you could get Carlton Davis for 2 years at 12 a pop, I would do that.
Yeah, look at Neil. But this is why I asked the question. You can't keep everybody. And even though he was productive.
If
I'm Carlton Davis, I'm not, 2 years, man.
Then you got to move on.
Yeah,
That's
and
what it
that's
is.
and that's fair. Woodward Sports chat thread Skydog72. If they bring back Davis, it should be at half the money at best. Okay, guys. I forgot about this angle when we do the financial thing. Okay, yeah. Carlton Davis, 2 years, $14 million.
Click.
After he just got $14 million last year.
Carlton Davis is going to make double-digit millions per year on his next contract.
Dial tone if they do that. Dial tone.
Man, I forgot about this.
If you could do something like the Mike Disner crazy cap work to where you give him the 3-year deal, but the last year isn't guaranteed, and it's all bonused or something like that to make it go from the base salary of $9.5 million to a potential $13 million or something like that's the ideal scenario. We'll see.
Kimbo Vice Entertainment not being locked in and all. I'm doing business. It cost us. Number one, offense was Pooey's talk about the game. Number two, 12 men on the field, most important play. Not feeding the Sonic, and JMO at quarterback-ish is pretty sus. So, yeah, that seems to be the consensus, my friend. That seems to be the consensus. Adiz 411, Ben Johnson probably want to bring some offensive players with him to Chicago. Skydog 722. Neil only plays half the game, so only fair. Fair is not the way markets work.
Yep.
Like, come on, bro. Let's get in reality. I'd ask you,
Davenport got paid $6 million last year to
play 3 games.
And that's what he's done his whole career.
Right.
It's a premium position.
And he's talented.
A number one cornerback on the outside, which is what Carlton Davis is a premium position.
Mid-20s.
Yeah.
Mid-20s without baggage.
Yeah. But he's got the baggage, and that's what's going to keep him under $15 million a year.
That's another thing too. Not trying to start another topic, but like, does Brad Holmes learn from his ways of doing the bargain bin shopping?
No.
Like injury-prone guys.
No.
Marcus Davenport should have been like maybe an eye opener.
That's what he does, though. That's what he does, and that's what he's going to continue to do. And I mean,
yeah, but you know what? Thinking about it deeper though, is that like, if the money doesn't make it right, and if, like you said, because they drafted some of these younger guys with this new DC, it almost seems like that second cover corner to whatever the best two guys like are the guys that you bring in here.
Yeah.
You're the injured guy for the 1-year contract. It's more like that's where Brad Holmes rolls his dice.
I hear you, but Emmanuel Mosley,
Emmanuel Mosley,
and Marcus Davenport.
There's not just one. There's a few guys.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he was
got
a
bit in
minimal.
the ass a couple times. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Well, I mean, define bit in the. I mean,
there's a $1 million
yeah,
deal.
but
like,
they brought in Mosley to be a pseudo 1-2-3 corner on this team, and he never, panned out.
yeah, but it cost him $1 million. Like, I'm not. I don't hate the hustle on
I
that.
don't hate that either. I would run it back.
Yeah, so would I.
But you wouldn't know that.
If your medical people say that he can play.
Yeah, I wouldn't on Davenport. No, because you can get Kaminsky or Al-Quadin Muhammad or both of them.
Maybe both of them.
For what you would pay
Pat
Davenport.
O'Connor.
If you can get Emmanuel Mosley back on a $1 million deal, yeah, you do it.
Boy, there are tons of questions flying in, man. So we're gonna D-Mac. I was gonna ask you about like the contract and what are you looking for in a contract. You're the bad source on that.
a lot of times if you want to be somewhere, it's tenure, right? But a lot of times, like the NFL or whatever, where there's no guaranteed contract or whatever, like
yeah,
you
it's a
gotta
different
get your
world
money.
for you.
You got to get. He's gonna get paid. If you're Carlton Davis, no, dude, I got like a couple. This is my last big contract. I got to take it somewhere else, and somebody will pay him probably or offer him.
See, people underestimate they underestimate other teams' desperation.
Right, exactly, and to see if you're ready to commit. Now, this is when you go back to see, okay, has this guy won? Has this guy been paid before? Like, there's all these different factors to go in. If this is your one shot to get your money, then a lot of different factors go in because you have to bring in the outside factors.
All right, I want to get to all these because there's a lot of good points bringing up, and I figured this was going to happen. When you do the financials, it's going to be an hour topic. Like that's the way that it works. 40 Gumble, Neil, give me Carlton Davis on a 1-year deal for $80K, some good health insurance coverage with low deductibles. Like, we'll step up. We'll give you the low deductible policy. We'll take care of that for you, Carlton Davis. $80K. You in? You in or not?
Yeah.
You in or not? Come on. Tell about Jars.
Absolutely. We're sports fans. Whether you're hitting the game or just chilling at home, Jars Cannabis. They've got you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis products. 27 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations right in Metro Detroit. Always one nearby. If you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores coming your way soon. Make sure you check out their McCarty brand today. Any Jars Cannabis.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neil Rule here for New Holland Brewing, and one of the best drinks in the drinks game, Taller, the Dutch long drink. They take their New Holland small batch gin, they mix it with a little grapefruit puree, and magic happens in those little blue and Argyle cans. It's incredible. Spencer Raxter smashes them. They're great. I can't wait. I'm sad that I just got on them on football season because they're going to be a staple on the golf course.
Oh, for sure.
There is no question about that. But, hey, New Holland's doing it, everybody. Don't forget about Tangerine Space Machine, the IPA, but it's not like, you know, like the Beer Elite IPA guy's IPA. Like it's like a flavorful IPA. It's not over the top. You know what I mean. If you know IPAs, bingo. Yeah. You know what I mean. You're not eating a garden of roses. Right. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. They got that figured out as well. And the bourbon slaps also. New Holland Brewing Company, west side of the state, local Michigan company. They're doing it right. New Holland Brewing. All right, pulling up hour number 2 of the show. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, 4-time Stanley Cup champion KG, Spencer Raxter. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there, get your thoughts out there. Tev Sauce, too, can we please take Mosley out back and in this?
Jesus.
Not for a million.
I mean, yeah. Now, again, I'm going on the medical people. My medical people telling me that you know.
How many times you gonna try it, though? This has literally been twice he let you down both times.
He wanna be saved. Right. Come on. I popped you with that one, okay?
No, you did.
You weren't expecting that.
That is an E40 classic right there. E40.
Benny, you know what I just realized? Think about this. Like, our defensive guys have gone against Ben Johnson all so even playing against him, like all these little gimmicks and schemes, I wonder, like, it'll be interesting to play against knowing, like, I just was thinking that in the break about him going to Chicago or whatever. Like, our guys, like, maybe, I don't know if coach is going with them or we hear any speculation of that, but like, what are any players, but our guys know his deal, right? So I was just thinking if anybody else thought of that, why he's hung his own throat, going to Chicago in the division, spreading absolute blasphemy, bro.
Judas.
Woodward Sports chat thread. We're talking the Lions Financial. If you're just joining us, by the way, we do this every year that our teams get eliminated. We take a day. Hey, I know it sucks. I want to do this in February too. Yeah, man. But here we are. So, just to update everyone, we took kind of a snapshot of the Detroit Lions and where they're at. They're 6th in the league in cap space. Free agents: Carlton Davis, Davenport, Zeitler, Kaminsky, Mosley, Anzarike, Khalil Dorsey, Kendall Vildor, Teddy Bridgewater, Allen Robinson, Ife Melifonwu. Someone asked, Dan Skipper as well. Someone asked, you bringing back Ife?
No.
You might not. Depend on the number, really, but you might not.
I think that's like a standing answer.
Yeah.
Depending on the number. I think
if he will outprice himself.
And then the new D coordinator, does he have use for Ife Melifonwu? I mean, he only, not to say he's a bad cover safety, but he specializes in one area, and the new DC might not value that. So.
Now, one of the things that we run into when we do the financial show is like Blade Nolswood. Go get Jalen Ramsey for a 4th. Okay, Blade. So I'm going to give them a 4th-round pick to get Jalen Ramsey and his $16.5 million cap hit this year with $50 million of dead cap. Then that number moves to $25 million of dead cap next year. Or excuse me, $25 million of cap hit next year. Then $27 million of cap hit the following year. Then $36 million of cap. You see where I'm going with this, Blade? No. We got to address this, though, guys. Like, these people are among us.
They are.
What?
No, this is funny.
It's
It
true.
It is true.
Stop, KKG.
They're lurking
stop.
out there. The lizard people.
Yeah. So we did this the last time, D-Mac. All right, I think we're in agreement. The Carlton Davis thing. Spenny's got his 2-year hard line.
Yep.
That's it.
You could do a 3rd option year, that's cuttable, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which
he's not interested in because he'll be 31.
Yeah. And neither are the Lions.
All right, so
we walking on
So we're walking then, D-Mac, right? We're prepared to walk.
We're prepared to walk.
Okay.
There's a lot of questions that come in, new DC and stuff like that, but yeah, we're prepared to walk.
Marcus Davenport at $6.5 million last year.
See
we're
you
done.
later, bud.
We're done.
Gone.
Hey,
Gone.
appreciate your efforts.
Yeah. Thanks for trying.
It would have been nice if we could have had you all year.
Again, it was a fluke injury, but
it's
he's
still
an
an
injury-prone guy.
Yep. Kevin Zeitler.
Yes, I would like to re-sign
I
Kevin
would
Zeitler.
too. Yeah.
It's kind of up to Zeitler, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, if he wants to come back, bring him back.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. John Kaminsky.
Yep.
Well, he was up to $4.2 million, huh?
Yeah.
He kind of earned it at the time, but he got hurt, and
I would like to re-sign John Kaminsky.
What? Give me the numbers, because he's 29.
Yeah, I'd say
He's going to go for the biggest bag.
2 years, $10 million.
he's not getting more than 2 years with any team. I don't think. Come on now.
Okay. 2 years, $10 million.
He's not a starter.
2 at 8, missed the season.
Yeah, he's not a starter, man.
He's 29, though, D. At 29, were you taking a 2-year deal?
Oh, well, then it's in the options. No.
I mean, 29 in football is different than 29
he doesn't
in
have a
hockey.
choice.
That's a fact.
He's a different situation.
So you're saying
Carlton
market rates.
Davis. Yeah.
Yeah, market rates. Okay, fair. I'm not going to kill you on that. Emmanuel Mosley, if it's $1 million,
If it's a veteran minimum, yeah.
I'll spin it.
I'm good.
If my medical people say it.
We've had 2 shots at this and it didn't work. I'm sorry. Like, how many times I'm gonna keep paying you and you keep getting hurt? No offense, but
Levi Onwuzurike. The room goes quiet.
I think I'm good on Levi.
I would take Levi back.
I think I'm good, man. It took him so long to develop into what we got this year. I just don't know. Like,
This is a good one, and
It
I knew it
is.
was going to be a good one.
I think I'm good.
All right, lay it down, Spenny. You said you're in. What's into Spencer Raxter, GM Spencer Raxter?
For Levi Onwuzurike, do you have any projections of what he would be at?
I have not seen any, at least on Spot Track.
What's he making now?
His rookie deal, he's coming off a $2 million season.
Okay.
He's going to be 27.
That's tough.
Unrestricted free agency.
Yeah,
And remember what you see in him, somebody else probably sees in him.
Yeah.
But it took so long. It's just like maybe if he had showed this earlier, it's a different discussion.
Again, it goes. A lot of this, I think.
This
too,
is tough,
who's
isn't it,
the
D-Mac?
Who's the DC coming in, and what
Right.
are these options and stuff like this? I don't think he'd be extreme. Like, I think that's one of the guys that it all depends. But like the market value, it's got to be there. But again, somebody else because he's unrestricted could take a shot at him.
Dante 151 in the super chat. Khalil Mack, 1 year, $8.5 million to the Lions. Who says no? Let's go Pistons. Also, Tigers do the right thing and sign Bregman. We're monitoring it. 40 Gumble. Neil, I'm stepping it up and giving Levi $90K and a company car.
Ooh.
Right. You know, 40 Gumble, you know what I like? You didn't offer the low deductible insurance policy off the rip.
No.
You can. So if he like hems and haws, say, all right, you got me. I'll give you the low deductible insurance policy, and you're in there. And he would take it. 100%.
And he's always
he would
got
take
the
it.
Planet Fitness Black card in his back pocket.
That's right. Stephen Baffy, I like Levi on a discount. He had back surgery. Takes a couple years to get healed from that.
Yeah, 2nd round pick, never really lived up to.
But remember, you're not going against just Levi Onwuzurike. There's 31 other teams, man.
Yeah.
Corey Berry, Levi, 1 year probably. That's not an option. Like, we got to do this, but we got to do it in reality, everybody.
Yeah, he's coming off a rookie deal. He ain't getting 1 year.
Blade says, depends on the price. That's fair. Demond Dice, Mobley collecting welfare checks with the Lions. Come on, man.
I mean,
You think he does that on the first of the month?
Yeah, Jordan Shrug. He kind of is, dog.
Scab says Zeitler called Levi a future $100 million plus defensive tackle.
He did. He said a $20 million a year guy.
Shit.
He's not that right now.
You
Not
doing
for us,
5
he
for
does.
50?
5 years? No. Brad Holmes would never do that.
Would somebody else?
Maybe.
Okay.
5 for 50?
I don't think so, actually. I don't know if anybody would do 5 years.
Remember, it only takes one.
Yeah, it's true.
We
I'd give him $10 million a year. I don't know about 5 years.
Yeah. Maxi's getting his 3, I would say.
He's coming off his rookie deal, though, man.
True,
Unrestricted free agency.
He's not a starter. Once again, you got to look at that. He's
Weezy-
not an impact player.
And an injury-prone guy.
Yeah.
Weezy D313, Pascal, the ones that needs to go or switch to defensive tackle. Josh ain't got enough bend or nimbleness. Well, he's still here. So
If somebody gives Levi 5 for 50, wouldn't we get a pick out of that? Compensatory pick?
probably. Real cream of wheat. Zeitler forgot his glasses that day. so there's that one out there as well. No, but D-Mac, isn't it incredible when you start going through the names? Every time we do this, every year with every player, every time we do this, you're in a pretzel like the whole time, dude. It's wild to me, man. Wild.
Yeah, but I mean, then it goes back to just sit back and smile and relax and breathe. If you believe in what Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and everybody, this is all part of the process. So they know what they have. The biggest thing now with all these questions, because all these guys are mostly on defense, is who's the new DC? What does he come in? What does he see with this roster? Right? You look at, and in a coaching, and I'll use the analogy of Derek Lalonde to Todd McClellan, right? Todd comes in, and not only philosophies are different, but he uses guys different. You mentioned it yesterday, right? To the fact that who's playing might be playing the best out of anybody under Todd McClellan is Eric Gustafson, right? So is that what a defensive coordinator comes in and sees? Oh, I need this guy. He plays into this system. We don't know, right? We knew Aaron Glenn was patch and play and blitz and all this stuff, but you're going to have a lot of healthier guys back up front. This defensive line looks a lot different when you get Aleem and you get Hutchinson back, and you have questions on who are you going to add to them, the Kaminsky's or the O'Connors or, Davenport, whoever else. But these aren't these questions that the GM has to have with the defensive coordinator, whoever that is, and see what they want to play with. So, I mean, the fact is that you have money there, you have decisions to make. Yeah, the draft, this is all part of the process, and if it's in Holmes we trust and your guy, then you sit back and got to believe that they're going to make and continue to make the decisions that improve this club. But the biggest decision now is defensive coordinator.
Owen Mullen in the super chat. We need to get Crosby and draft someone like Jack Sawyer. Them along with Hutch and Z would make our D-line elite. That would allow us to shut down mobile quarterbacks, which is what we need to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Owen, okay.
I think we should get Prime Lawrence Taylor, too.
Owen, the Raiders are hiring a new coach.
They're not getting rid of
as we speak. Do you think the new coach is going to come in here and say, yeah, I think it's best if we move on from Max Crosby? Think. Guys, think for a second here, okay? And as far as so Jack Sawyer is going to be the name, huh? That's going to be the one.
I wouldn't mind Jack Sawyer.
That's going to be, but that's going to be the one
Jack Campbell, same player, right?
No, Sawyer's defensive end.
Yeah, on the edge.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm team offensive line at that spot. Best guard.
Yeah.
If you can
like
get the number
Mahogany.
one guard. But you can't anymore, though. Guards are starting to go
I like
up quicker.
Mahogany as a starting guard on this team next year.
I think tackle was more
Yeah,
important.
or center. That's around the time you get the best center.
Center is
center
the one
is
I would
one.
look at more than guard.
Yeah. And we'll see. We'll definitely get there. All right, let's take the break. We'll wrap up the Lions financial discussion next. We'll spin to free agency. This should be fun.
This ain't gonna be our only time talking about this either.
No doubt. But I think that we need to do the initial wave of it. today. Let's see here. Where are we going? Tell them about Mark White.
Corey Valad, sorry, real quick,
Yeah.
in the Woodward Sports chat says, LMAO, you guys know Max can request a trade, right? He expressed being unwilling to be a part of a rebuild. I mean, we're setting back to pre-trade deadline when that was the same thing?
Right.
And so now he's going to request a trade?
Yeah.
Like, now he's going to do it?
Right.
Yeah.
When they got a new coach?
Yeah. I
Never say
I mean,
never,
I like it.
Yeah, but-
I would like Max Crosby,
well, yeah,
too.
Right,
No,
but
no, no.
we talking realistic.
I'm living in reality.
Yeah, we talking realistic.
That was fun at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And I would love for it to happen. I'm not going to put my jars into that one. All right, Mark White. Mark White, if you're looking to buy or sell your home, Mark White should be your first choice. They'll save you up to $5,000 on your closing costs. Visit him at markwhitesells.com or call him at 248-290-8242. Like I said, markwhitesells.com. He will save you up to $5,000 your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Mark White should be your first choice. He'll put you in your dream home.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Neil Rule here for FeldmanAuto.com. Did you know there's many Feldman Automotive dealerships in and around the Metro Detroit area? We know about Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. They're Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. But did you know if you want a Ford, if you want a Kia, whatever kind of car you want, FeldmanAuto.com remains the first step in that process. I'm telling you guys, I got my car in about 90 minutes. Said, yeah, that's the one I want. Had the keys in an hour and a half. You saw it on Big D. During the course of the show, I got the keys to my new car. You can do the same. Very happy with it. Great sales staff. They handle it, man. They're not out there playing around. They get you the keys to your car and get you on your way. They're rooted in the community. They do great charity work with the Children's Miracle Network Hospital as well. FeldmanAuto.com, your first step if you want any kind of car. All right, keeping it pushing, Big D Energy. We're doing the show here that we didn't want to do. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter. Chase is here as well. We're doing the Lions financial recap. We do this on our show every time one of our teams gets eliminated or the season ends. We sit down, we look at it, where they are, where they're going, what it looks like, all of it, the draft, all of it. So we've kind of spun this into today's show. Carlton Davis, by the way, according to Spot Track, $13.8 million evaluation. 3 years. 3 years, call it 14. 3 years at 42. What do you say?
Nope.
There it is. There, you see though, these are the tough options, no doubt. All right, we'll turn our attention to NFL free agency. Phil, are we all in or not? Shopping in the bargain bin? Fire Brad. Oh, all right, Phil, define all in. Oh, by the way, too, I didn't bring this part up for guys like Phil. For all, I don't know why that makes everybody laugh all the time, but it does. When you look at it, too, here's something to keep in mind as far as the Lions are concerned. Aiden Hutchinson's eligible for an extension now.
Yep. Priority number one, I feel like.
No one's going to say no to anything,
Corey
right?
Joseph.
I don't think he's eligible yet. It's only first rounders that are eligible now for the extensions.
Next year's the last year of his deal, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it's year 3 this year. Next year is year 4 this coming season.
My thought was he wasn't early eligible extension yet. I could be wrong on that.
No, I'm just saying we got to get the deal
No,
done.
you're saying like I'm saying like the now, the here and now.
Yeah.
So like when the new year starts, like that is the now. So when you look at it from that perspective, Jameson Williams is extension eligible.
Yeah, but you're going to wait on him. You still got, another 2 years on him?
I would like to sign Jameson Williams right now.
Yeah. I hear you, but...
Right now. Because next year when he goes for 1,200 yards...
But I like the way you think.
And he'll be eligible for all...
Who are you going to...
You get the fifth-year option with Jameson.
Yeah, but...
Very poignant that you said this earlier on when we were talking.
Yeah.
Right? When you talk about Carlton Davis, you talked about Kaminsky, you talked about whatever. They don't give the long-term deals or the big deals except to their ancillary, to their pillar players or whatever. If they think I would look to that. Who are your pillar players that you need to sign? Jameson Williams to get ahead of it. Him's one. Who are your other? There's
Hutch and Kirby.
Hutch.
Yeah, he is eligible, extension eligible, by the way.
And Kirby, right? And the other one that I'm thinking is Branch.
Yeah.
Like when aren't those your pillar guys, right?
Yeah.
So you have to think ahead of everything else, right? How are you going to lock them up, and who can you?
I would like to re-sign Jameson Williams now before he is eligible to be a Pro Bowler / All-Pro, possibly. I'm not going to say All-Pro, but definitely a Pro Bowler next year. That adds to his incentives. He's going to have another 1,000+ yard season. That adds to his incentives. I'd rather the cheapest you'll get him is right now.
But you're not extending him and Hutch in the same offseason, and he has a fifth-year option.
Can.
He has a fifth-year option.
You still take that option. He still has that year on his contract. Like that year doesn't go away. That's still there.
It's an extension. It's a contract extension.
Let me ask you this, Neil. Like are the undeniables about Hutch is going to get his deal when he right? And is it Kirby also too? Is that sort of locked in? Those are the two guys that are locked in. Isn't it the Branch and the Williams that you can sort of get ahead of their progress? I'm just trying. You're not getting ahead. Hutch is going to get paid.
Hutch and J-Mo because they're first-round picks.
Yeah,
Kirby
is debatable
so
still.
You can wait. That's all I'm saying. Who can you afford to wait on? Even though Kirby's leading,
but can you afford to wait on Jameson Williams? Because Spenny,
That's what I'm saying is the imperativeness to get ahead of this out of all your pillar guys. Did I name? Is any other guy, right? Like who are your pillar guys that are going to get the contracts? Who's the most imperative to get the contract? It seems to me, bringing up this conversation, that it is imperative to get Jameson Williams done before Hutch.
But if I'm J-Mo's agent, why would I do that? Why I'm letting him get another year?
Well, you're gonna give a little, and the Lions are gonna give a little.
Here's why you would give a lot now if you want to go behind the scenes because of everything that you've stuck with this kid. Toward culture because of everything that's gone on, right, and the relationship that you have. This is when you solidify it, where it's like I'm going to give you a little bit now because you've stuck with me to other things. That's where to your point about why would this conversation be had? That's the reason it would be had. If not, and that could be a decision to be we'll wait it out because we're going to wait for the money.
Go up.
No, you're right, but it could be. That conversation of we want to get it done because of everything in James Williams' situation that has gone on, and the team stuck with them and believed in him, part of the herd, and this is all part of he wants to be a part of it.
Yeah, Spenny's conversation is exactly like Scarface. Mm-hmm. That's how this breaks down. We're talking about cocaña right here, KG.
No, I get you.
Spenny,
I'm on board. Spenny
wants you to deliver only up to Panama.
Yeah.
Spenny wants to deliver. Yeah, hey, we'll only take it up to Panama. We'll take the risk. Yeah. We'll get it into the U.S. from Panama. We'll take it from Panama to the U.S. That's risky on our end, but the price of the brick's going down.
I hear you.
What he's saying is you don't want to get in a situation where they have to guarantee delivery to the Bahamas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Then the price goes way up because the risk is all on their end. Do you want your shipment delivered guaranteed to Panama or to the Bahamas?
I do, but I want it for the best price. So
well, then you got to go down to Panama and assume the risk. If I'm the
distributor, I might wait a little bit and let the price go up a little bit. But I get what you mean, and I'm all on board for a J-Mo extension.
Ryan's Lions has it all figured out. J-Mo, 4 years, $25 million. There you go.
Would he accept that though?
McLovin, Jameson has more to show because he's been super immature. But McLovin, again, you have to anticipate markets.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver now. Like that shit. That shit's out.
Like
the window.
what? 30 games into his career.
That discipline shit is out the window. Like he's made the jump that they needed him to make, and now he's in that category.
Spending how many 1,000-yard receivers this year?
Let me check.
More than usual, I'm sure, because there's extra games.
17. Yeah, I understand that, and we're going to take
none on the Bears or Packers. I'll tell you that.
Shit. I was told they had a better receiver.
It'd be interesting because it puts you in. It shows you in this league, even with being suspended, even with injuries, whatever like this, like how valuable he is. It'd still be up, but it's still not as much as you think.
So, Sauceton, say J-Mo's name and the angry whites appear.
No, that's a fact. You already know how I feel about that.
100%.
Yeah.
Because it's accurate.
Yeah, but
100% it is.
that discipline shit is, unless he does something egregious
the
within
dude's
the next
electricity,
2
man.
years.
And that electricity costs money.
Yeah. Flat out.
Like
But
it,
do
it
you
just
see?
does.
Here's the thing for everybody. On his touchdown run. Yes, celebrate. I'm not big into celebrating early, but it is the kid. But you see when he goes down to the sideline, whatever the hell he was doing, dry humping or whatever. But do you see
24? Sorry.
So less than 0.75 a team.
Yep.
Right, less than one a team, 1,000-yard receivers. Put that in your bag when he's loading. But on his celebration. See how fast Amon-Ra and whoever else the receivers ran over to him, to make sure. Like that's
when he was humping the ground.
Right? You know what I mean? To get it to not where it's like to agree. Now, should he do that or whatever? No, I would prefer that he didn't. But it is who he is, and you have to know that. So as a teammate, you insulate yourself, and it didn't cost you a penalty, so you can't get mad at him.
Woodward Sports chat thread. See, here's the deal. Like, when we're talking about these extensions, and notice nobody's brought up Aiden Hutchinson. But cool. Blank check, right?
Yeah.
So that's where everybody's at. Blank check. But with J-Mo, guys, you got to get past your feelings on this and think about the business side of it. When you throw him the football, things happen. That costs money in today's NFL.
Yep.
And what Spenny says is brilliant. I would actually try to extend J-Mo today.
Before Hutch.
The price of the bricks will only go up. It will only go up.
You'll do it before Hutch.
I would do it now. No, Hutch has nothing to do with it.
Hutch is done.
Yeah.
Hutch is done. That is signed, sealed, delivered.
No,
okay, but now
Hutch is immaterial to this conversation.
That's fine, a blank check,
see, people got to get in their mindset with this.
But can you do both in one off season?
Yes.
Is my point.
100%.
They have the money to do so.
Yeah.
Sure.
But you can always.
It doesn't yet.
I'm good. I'll shut up then.
Yes, he knows.
Just like they did Amon-Ra, Penei Sewell, and Jared Goff all last year. Like these are deals that are going to get kicked down, and they're still going to have that next year. They're going to be under their rookie contract still, so that's not going to affect it. Mike Disner and Rob Wood, those guys know what they're doing. They're going to get these done.
See, like Dave Jaremba in the chat, and I know we're late for the break. With Goff's today's price would have been better than yesterday's price. Who would have seen that coming? Dave. No, it's not, Dave.
No, it's not.
It's way more. Dude, how
His
much
guarantee starts with a 4. Mm-hmm. Jordan Love makes more than Jared Goff does.
Yeah, he's like, what, 8th, 9th on the list now? Like,
right.
Dude,
he's got a great deal. Goff has a great... Wrap your heads around... See, like... We're new to the business angle of it.
Yeah.
I can tell with the J-Mo stuff. I can tell by that Goff discussion right there that was brought up. Like, D-Mac... We got a lot to learn, man. We got a lot to learn. So, again, Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 inventions of all time. We're going to do it at 12:38. Let's take the break. We'll wrap this up when we come back. We'll get into the top 5. Fair? Fair? All right. Seems fair. Where are we going with this? Merch, everybody, right?
Merch, yep.
Woodward merch. We're doing it. We're doing it, and we're doing it well, to quote LL Cool J. Hey, you can get the best Detroit sports shirts in the Detroit sports shirts game at shop.woodwardsports.com. Gear up for next year, everybody. Hey, we're talking about next season. Get the jump on next season. Go to shop.woodwardsports.com. Get your basketball stuff lined up. We got to start making a playoff push here. Pistons are going to the playoffs.
Let them keep sleeping.
They're pretty much mathematically in the play-in game. At a minimum.
Big
so
game
think
tonight
about
in Atlanta.
that. Big game tonight. Big game.
Moving
It's
to
all
6.
Pistons right now are CMB. we all we got. Like that. That's it. Shop.woodwardsports.com.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs. Like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
New year, new you. How about a new car? Les Stanford Buick GMC is here for you. Get a 2025 Hummer EV SUT for 24 months with 10,000 miles per year for only $699 per month with just $19.99 down payment, or a 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab. 24 months with 10,000 miles per year for only $359 per month. Sign and drive, down payment required. GM discount required for both. Get to Les Stanford today or click on the QR code on the screen. Check out our massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick and GMC, lesstanford.com. Together, let's drive.
All right, keeping it pushing here, talking Lions financials because it is the offseason. Those are the facts of the matter. Yep. R.I.P. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter. Spenmo, half of the heavyweights, 5-7 tonight. Shout out Woodward Sports. If you
super chats to clean up.
Yeah, so got the super chats to go to. Go back and check out the heavyweights emo episode, by the way.
It's good stuff.
Pure electricity. Adam the Red in the super chat. I'm a bit behind, but 100% the defensive coordinator is going to be the hardest to replace because of philosophy. Do we stay a man defense or go zone? Do we go lighter on the edge or keep the heavies? The man defense thing, we talked about this, Adam, earlier in the show. The man defense was out of necessity. Because if you blitz 60% of the time, you're kind of stuck playing man. Like that's the way that it works. But I appreciate you, man. Even if you're a little bit behind, man, appreciate you tapping in to the show and getting it in. Dante 151. How many years and money are the Lions going to extend Jake Bates? Also, Pistons are the 7th seed, and a win tonight, they will be in the 6th seed. No, Dante, they're right there. Like I think 2 games ago, right before they lost to Phoenix, they were a game back of the 4th seed.
Yeah.
So, Dante, it's real, man. It's 100% real. Honolulu BS, I need a new cool name to get my comments read. No, you don't. You're fine. Just fire off a good comment, and I'll get it. Like, that's the way that it works. Wingding, Spenny, a quarter of the heavyweights. Third?
Well, there is 4 of us.
Yeah, that is true.
They not heavy, though.
The other 2 aren't heavy.
Yeah, like, what the hell?
Yes. CT Squid, get Hutch, JMO, and Curb done, then see what's left over. So we stumbled on it, and for whatever reason, the Jamison Williams thing just continues to be a thing, which, again, you guys better get past that and have an understanding of how the real world works.
All right. He got the numbers to back him now, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better, so.
But anyway, just kind of cleaning up this Lions financial discussion. We had somebody earlier, free agents, all right? NFL free agents. A lot of wide receivers on that list. Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Brandon Cooks, Deontay Johnson. There are a lot of receivers on that list. That is not a need for the Detroit Lions. So, guys, let's do this. Highest rated defensive player, just in terms of contracts last year. Khalil Mack out there. Curtis, you curious about a market value, Spenny? Or no?
Khalil who?
Khalil Mack.
I mean, no.
You good on Khalil Mack?
He's 70 years old.
Khalil Mack
And he's going to be way too expensive.
33 right now. He'll be 34 next year.
That's 70 years old in football.
$6.8 million. That's the
He's
that's
still
the market rate.
productive, though. Like, I can see if he
I
wasn't
don't hate
productive.
that.
Yeah.
If you could sign him to a 1-year deal, sure, but
1 year at 9.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it.
He's a name.
What
Okay.
else? Who else do we got though?
All right. Just in terms of defensive names that are out there, Hassan Reddick is an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, but he's gonna bring.
Yeah, he's getting
That's more of a dollar.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick. They don't have a market value assigned to him yet. Matt Judon's a free agent, all 32 and a half years old of him.
I would like Matt Judon.
Yeah. How did he do with Atlanta this year? Because I kind of didn't hear his name a lot after he got signed there, but.
I didn't really hear a lot, but we didn't hear a lot about Atlanta. We did for a second.
But you're looking, you know what? Because these guys are interesting because what are they? They're pieces, right? And the reason that they're interesting, again, who's the DC? Who's calling the shots? What are we playing? Right? Healthy wise. Does one of these veteran guys fit in there on a 1 year? Right? Like that's what you're looking for. Who would you have used out of these guys?
You do still have Zadarius Smith next year under contract.
Yep. And there'll be the first time you have Hutch and Zadarius Smith together.
Yeah. So I don't know if Khalil Mack is
you get full usage.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. But these, again, for the free agency crowd, and there's a ton out there, it's not a turnkey thing, especially defensively. Like, look at the names that we've gone through already with it. So, again, it's not something where you're just going to run to free agency and fix all the problems. Just to kind of wrap it up real quick, at the cornerback spot, obviously we talked about Carlton Davis. Chavarius Ward is an unrestricted free agent. He's 30. DJ Reed, unrestricted free agent. He made $10.5 million. Josh Sweat is out there. Unrestricted free agent as well. Spenny, because I know how you operate, if you look at Josh Sweat, who will be 30, market value spot track says 3 at 45, 15 per.
That's a little tough.
You see where we're going with this stuff.
Yeah, that's a little tough.
That's like I said, I don't think they're going to sign this big name defensive guy. I don't. You're getting Hutch back. You've got Zadarius Smith under contract. You've got DJ Reader under contract. They're signing ancillary pieces, although Brad Holmes does say you make signings to fill needs. That is his mantra. His free agency is to fill needs and draft talent. So what are the needs of this team? And that's what you should look at for free agent targets.
Mike O, Neil plays way too much Madden. Just saying. Based on what, Mike O? I'm the one that works in reality, bro. Out of anybody.
Yeah, where is that coming from?
So I don't understand that one. So yes. Gromit 0237. Remember, the coaches that are leaving are going to sneak players away. CT Squid signed Davenport back at $2 million. Davenport's this thing though, man. Like he's not going to sign somewhere for someone's going to give him more.
Yep.
On the lottery ticket.
Somebody will roll the dice. It's not going to be us. Yeah.
That's what it is. All right, let's take the break. Top 5 Wednesday. When we come back, top 5 inventions of all time. Can't wait for Spenny's list.
It's a great list. Fleshlight is not in there. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. What isn't?
Fleshlight is not in there. Spoiler alert.
He said he had an ironclad list, though, so we're going to see.
Damn, I should have put Plan B in my list.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. That's a good one.
I dropped the ball on that one.
Hey, man.
It's all right.
That's all right. Just take a shot at 1800. You'll be all right.
Just take a shot at 1800. You'll be fine. Go in, Raw Dog. Remember, kids, wear condoms. 1800 Tequila, the official tequila of Woodward Sports and the Detroit Lions. You see they got the Lions themed bottle right there. It is delicious. It is smooth. You can go get one of these nice themed bottles in stores now. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest tasting tequila. As always, please drink responsibly.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza. They got their signature wings, 7 different flavors for you to choose from. You could try them all and choose your own favorite. My personal favorite is the spicy garlic. Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza. To find some near you, go to Sorokis.com.
All right, keeping it pushing here. Top 5 Wednesday. We step out of the sports circle just for a segment. Let us live, everybody, okay? Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase here in the building. Why is it a top 5 list, Spencer?
It's half as boring as a top 10 list.
Everybody does a top 10 list. Why? Just cut the shit. Get to the top 5. Today, D-Mac, top 5 inventions. Usual batting order?
Yeah.
Now batting leadoff, Spencer Raxter.
All right.
Raxter.
My top 5 inventions of all time. At number 5, I got baby carrots.
Okay.
I don't know how they make them. I don't know if they come like that. I don't know what it is. Don't know where they come from. Baby carrots, elite.
They're perfect to smash.
They are perfect to smash. It takes all of the hassle of eating a carrot, peeling it, washing it, cutting it. No, you just got them ready to go back.
And you can do carrots. 2 bites or one.
One bite.
Just think how much money would be spent in for eye doctors, for optometry in this country if there were no baby carrots.
Baby carrots, extremely important.
Save the eyesight.
Spinny number 4. Come on.
Number 4, I got Heelys.
What?
Heelys.
That's the worst shoe
Come
ever.
on. No, Heelys were elite. Heelys had their time. I had Heelys in middle school. Takes the best part of rollerblading with the best part of shoes.
Listen,
hey, y'all white kids is breaking y'all
never
fucking
had them,
ankles
but
on
the
them
kids
damn
had
shoes.
them and getting through arenas or getting through malls.
Dude, in the mall,
back in the
walking
day,
around the mall, just cruising. I love the Heelys. Heelys are great. At number 3, I got yoga pants. I think
agree.
as men, we can all agree, very solid invention. It's great stuff.
Yeah, they're comfortable.
They're very comfortable. I love them. At number 2, I got Uncrustables.
Great in the fall as well.
Great in the fall. Great in the fall. Like I said, number 2, Uncrustables, just like baby carrots. We are a convenience-based
I just crushed
society.
2 right here this morning. That was breakfast.
They're perfect. Who wants to take the time to get out 2 pieces of bread, grab the jelly, grab the peanut butter, put them together? No, already uncrusted, by the way. And then throw them in the freezer. Money, Uncrustables. And then at number 1, smartphones. Yeah. Come on. That one's like
they rule our lives now.
Yeah. You can do anything. You can run the world on your cell phone.
You're not always going to have a calculator in your pocket. You lying teacher. I do at all
Look at
times.
us now.
Yeah.
Right?
I win. You lose.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
They hated on our generation for having smartphones in class. Now they get to just have them out. They do what the fuck they want to do. Be on TikTok doing dances in the middle of class. Crazy.
Matt, hold on. Mads in music says, pretty sure baby carrots are from a farmer in Ohio in error.
There you go.
Whatever it took.
A lot of good things come from error.
Maybe. Whatever it took. Chase, you're in the build. Did you come up with a list? Or
Chase
you did? Okay.
I am ready.
Chase from the Chase Lounge. Batting second.
That's me mid-pizza flip. I got the skills.
Okay. All right, look at that skills.
All right, Chase.
Number 5, authority. The concept of it. I mean, the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church has an entire recognized nation.
I knew this list was going to be crazy. I already knew it.
You're a conformist.
Beta.
Who gave this conformist
Who
a
gave
list?
the beta some time?
The concept of authority, whoever came up with it and just do as I say, not as I do, my word just rules,
You know what? They get away with it.
You're a genius. That concept.
I like it. You're taking the emotion out of it and respecting its resume.
Exactly.
All right, that's fair.
Number four, bread. I was like, who on their right mind saw a field of wheat and decided I'm gonna chop that down,
it's a good one.
Process it, and then like obviously it was like flatbread, but then someone was like, I'm gonna add yeast to it and then like make it rise. Like I've always was fat. The way Spenny talks about being parents, who in their right mind thought I'm gonna like cut down this grass and make some bread out of it?
I thought that way about the VCR when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like my dad was unjamming it, so he like took the cover off of it one time. I'm like, who thought of that?
Yeah.
All right, number 3, Greenwich Mean Time. I brought it up before. It's one of the only like recognized things that like globally that we can all agree on, which I think is like whoever came up with that. Like,
what is it?
Greenwich Mean Time and nobody goes to Antarctica. That's the only thing in the world.
Yeah, those are the constants.
Exactly.
That's the only thing everyone agrees on. That is wild. The whole world agrees that is a time
one
standard.
of the only things.
Chase, remember, you have to be intelligent to understand your list, I guess.
No, for real, I'm dumb as hell right now. Like, what are you talking
All right,
about?
moving on.
Number 2,
authorities
consuming psilocybin. Whoever found the fungi in the forest and decided to try it out.
I'm with them on that one.
I mean, hey, go to the beach, enjoy a lot, enjoy some ego death.
I would say psilocybin chocolates is the real invention.
Any form. It is incredible.
Spencer Raxter heard that and he said, and you totally redeemed yourself.
Right.
And then number 2,
and
then number 1, comedy. There's nothing more I like in life than laughing, having fun, having a good time. I listen to stand-up comedy all the time. Like since I was like 12 years old, I listened to Pandora comedy to fall asleep at night. I love Norm Macdonald. I love Patrice O'Neill. Like there's so many underground comics.
He's
like, Independent Comedy Club here in Hamtramck. Like, I love stand-up comedy.
D-Mac, speaking of that, when's the next Darren McCarty slapstick comedy tour stop?
Well, Saturday night down Exodus in Greektown.
Oh, nice.
7 o'clock, Tom Massey's opening up, and I'll be telling some stories.
Hell yeah.
If you
Great
want to go, let me know.
Yeah, sounds good, D-Mac. We'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a list.
KG.
Authority's crazy.
It's a hell of a list.
Yeah, that is. What's up, man? We get to it.
Batting third.
Yes.
KG.
And hopefully I hit a home run with this. Honorable mention is black people, because I mean, come on now. Y'all done stole a lot from us. I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to be real. Like, if it went for
That's
us.
fair. That's a fair point.
I'm just saying. But
shout out Ben Franklin.
At number 5, the air fryer. I wish I could put every fucking meal in the air fryer. Like, that is the most amazing thing to come out in the last 20 years. You can't convince me no different. I mean, have you had a Hot Pocket that came from the fucking air fryer? Anyway, yeah, D-Mac, I see you. D-Mac, I see you. At number 4, sports, the great unifier in our nation. It doesn't matter the sport. We can all come together.
Correct.
And that's part of the reason why we're here today. So got to put sports on there. At number 3, marijuana and marijuana accessories. And I mean, this was pretty self-explanatory, D-Mac. I know you hip. I know you hip. At number 2, the PlayStation, because I mean, it's the greatest gaming console ever fucking made. You can't convince me no different. Xbox is cool. 360, they had their run. The OG Xbox 360.
The real ones know about PlayStation.
PlayStation is over.
I agree.
We know. And at number 1, women, or if you want to be a little more specific, what women provide. But, I mean, you got to put them on the list. Without women, this would be a lawless fucking land. It'd be the Wild West, and we all be dead. So you got to put women as number 1.
No reason to live, Kenny.
Yeah.
No reason to live.
You can't find a flaw. Can't find a flaw in any of that for sure. Chase's list is definitely 105 IQ stuff. So there is that out there as well.
I'll take my Uncrustables and Heelys. Thank you very much. You can keep your authority. I scoff at authority while I heel away eating an Uncrustable.
Bunch of
you were
conformists.
showing off the Neil on that list. That was coming from
I was
Neil's.
talking about. I could not come up with 5. Like, this is such a broad concept.
Broad term. It's your own list.
Hey, too many. As I say in poker, you had too many outs, bro. Too many outs.
40 Gumble. Neil, wait. Number 1 is comedy, but number 5 is authority. I didn't make the list. Robert Sloppy Toppenheimer. How TF are shrooms and authority on the same list? The duality of man.
The duality of man.
I didn't say I agree with authority. I just said whoever came up with it, like, man, people follow it. It's like,
I prefer the Wild West, but you
got to give it up to him.
Yeah, even in the Wild West,
Authority
there was
with women, Wild West without Kenny.
I'm a Hammurabi guy.
Women, all right, there's a trade-off.
I'm a Hammurabi guy.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up, Now, I had to be specific on the fifth one, the flour grinder,
Nice.
right? Which is
Yes.
one of the greatest inventions, and I know that, like, to break it up, but because if I put grinder, you might be thinking the website, and that wasn't it. Or you might be thinking the band.
Not to disparage the
Or the
website.
band.
It's
So
just
I
not
had
top
to be
five.
specific for all you fucking heathens out there.
That's
the
fair.
flour grinder.
Yep.
Now,
This
I know
falls
all
under
the old
marijuana
school,
accessory.
geez, break up with the hand, but come on, man.
Yeah.
When we're around there and you got to go to it, a great grinder is good. The air fryer, Kenny. I'd put 100 million%. That air fryer is such an epic creation. Even people like me can make stuff that's edible.
Yeah.
The cell phone, Spenny said smartphone, whatever it is, just game changer. Change the game. I'm just glad I'm part of the generation that knows that there's life without it and can provide it. I feel sorry for the younger generation that has been born into it that doesn't understand that. The internet, game changer.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
by far. And number one, GPS. I mean, think about, you guys don't understand back in the day even back when MapQuest, when you had to print stuff out, or when like you had to like remember how to go there, you had it written on a piece of paper, somebody telling you. So GPS by far, number one.
That's fair. 100%. That is fair. Riley Lamb, Neil, you guys should do a list segmenting down the free agents, decide whether or not the Lions should sign them back. Riley, if you're behind, we did tackle that during the Lions financial thing. All right. Last not least, my top 5 list. Now, I like to Lance. It's not just about me. All right. But number 5, penicillin. I've never used it, but
It's very helpful.
My friends like Spencer Raxter, penicillin allows them to operate in a fashion that they want to operate.
I almost had that on my list.
I've used it before.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
So that's for you, Spenny.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
20% of my list.
Like I
dedicated
said,
to
Plan
you.
B was I should have had Plan B on my list.
But there you
You
go.
can only fit 5 in there, man.
Number 4, the
Or
grill.
Trojan Ultra Thins.
Number 4, the grill. Last night, wind chill below 0. Didn't stop me.
Damn right.
Grilled salmon, grilled some
Yes.
vegetables.
Yes.
Beautiful. Just walked out there real quick. Sammy, you know what you have to do? You set it on the grill and come back in 20 minutes and it's done. You literally don't have to do anything. It's incredible.
That's right in your wheelhouse. On brand.
Beautiful. I would go out there. I had a little
Effortless.
vegetable basket, flip the vegetables around every 5 minutes or so. 20 minutes, done, boom, we're out.
And still wasn't as cold as today.
I agree. Number 3, Wi-Fi. Think about that,
Yeah.
man.
If the Wi-Fi crashed today, it's gonna be
It'd be a wrap.
Yeah, this shit is over.
Wi-Fi's.
It's involved in everything we do.
Who had
We
the,
too reliant
I'd
on
like
it.
to see the concept of Wi-Fi, or the guy who first thought of it. It's everywhere. It's just there.
It is
Like, talking
incredible.
about the concept of bread, the concept of Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi is
like-
even more.
Yeah,
because
bro.
it's around us.
Yes.
Like we're sitting in it, and we can't see it.
The
That's
cloud.
wild.
What do you mean the fucking cloud? What the fuck are you talking about?
Number 2, GPS. All the same reasons. It still amazes me.
Yeah.
What did we do before?
It was,
MapQuest.
You was whipping out that
but it
fucking
was
map.
crazy. Like either print it out or even before that, where
Yeah.
Right.
you get handwritten directions.
Oh yeah.
You get
How
the
do
little.
how do I get the?
Turn left
Dude, I
here.
remember.
You-
I remember late '80s, right when I was working for my dad at the air conditioning company and having to go, do runs to fix stuff or whatever, and it'd be like you had to go to Amherstburg or whatever like this, and there was literally a map, like drawn out map to the roads, stop signs, everything like that. It
You
was crazy.
have
That
to-
was hand drawn.
You used to have to go to that rest stop. Go get the map out of the little rest stop.
Yep.
Unfold that motherfucker.
Or stop at the rest stop, pull up to the payphone with the long ass
Holy shit.
handle,
You're right.
put in the court, call from the phone. That was the car phone.
No,
Hanging out the
absolutely.
window.
Chuck Brewer, can kids today even read a map? Why would they need to, Chuck?
Yeah, they don't need to.
Maps are
They can't write in cursive either.
Yeah. Why would they need to?
Big
Just
one
sign
that
my
we
name.
missed that I see, Neil.
You don't need to. You just check the box on your phone.
That is true.
Big one that
Oh, and then
everybody
number 1,
missed.
wireless earbuds.
Yes. Oh,
Incredible.
Yes.
Absolutely incredible. Especially like the gym, mowing the lawn, traveling on trips.
Yeah.
Needed. Absolutely 100%
the one
needed.
missed by toilet paper.
Pretty
I
good.
would put the bidet up there.
I
before
put
toilet
bidet
paper.
over toilet paper too.
I put wipes over toilet paper. I'm a wipes guy.
Big wipes guy.
I was thinking
bag.
about bidet.
That's fair. All right, final break.
One thing the French did right, the bidet.
That is true. Well, they kind of helped us out in that one war, too.
Nah.
Yeah, it's a little
They
bit.
showed up at the end.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. They just got their name.
they were
in
there when we signed the treaty.
Yeah. I like escargot too.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I like escargot.
it's really good.
All right, final break.
All right, tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, everybody. You guys know, live at the Planet Fitness Studios, the best gym in the gym game. I'll never be a member at another gym. Why? Because Planet Fitness has everything I need, and it's $24.99 a month, and I can go to any Planet Fitness in the world. Tons of weights, tons of cardio equipment, all of it. You can get that work done, go in the sparkling clean facility, go take a shower. Your day is underway, everybody. I'm telling you, you say you want to do it, right? I want to get in better shape. PlanetFitness.com. There, boom, solved. Or just pull in the parking lot. You pass a couple on the way home. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
Hey, Chaw.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce here every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that I trusted for 4 Stanley Cups. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game of performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
All right, final segment of the show. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, back with you. Good to see Diddy's oil guy taking in Big D Energy in the chat.
Shout out.
I used to use payphones in D.C. and Baltimore. I was brave.
Having an oil
Shane
guy.
Daniel, I use my earbuds every day to listen to you guys while I do the dad thing. Appreciate
out.
that. Shout out to you, my friend. Danny G, dude wipes are fire, KG.
I told y'all.
It's like a Pokemon, you know, like the 3 stages of cleaning your ass. It's like it starts. The first stage is toilet paper, and then second stage is dude wipes, and then the third stage is the bidet.
There it is.
Bidets are elite.
Adiz 411, Chase needs a podcast. That would be deep.
I mean, yeah, I'd love to do one. I'm trying to work on some stuff right now. So
Deep
I'm a very
cuts with
busy
Chase.
guy. I got 3
Right.
jobs.
Deep cuts
so,
with Chase
You know,
from the Chase Lounge.
yeah, exactly.
Chase GPT, man.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chase GPT. There you go.
What we call him on the border show.
Ja'Cory Cook. Neil, how come an EV wasn't on your list? LOL.
Ooh,
that was
that's
number
true.
6.
No loyalty.
That was
It was number 6. But yeah.
Was being a snowflake on your list.
All right, moving on. Here we go again, everybody. Yeah, I guess that does it, right, D-Mac? What do you got going on, man?
Today?
Yeah.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be number 1 priority. I gotta make sure the princess is taken care of.
All right, that's it.
Yeah,
Why don't you go home and check in on Hunter the cat?
Bring your dogs inside,
it's not my
people.
job.
Like,
Yeah.
please bring your fucking dogs inside.
Yeah,
Take
like,
'em
be a
out,
human being,
Let them
dude.
pee, and then bring them right back inside.
Yeah, be a human being out there.
It's fucking disgusting.
Danny G. Neil hates his EV. Confirmed. Nope, not at all. I go into the garage and I got a full tank every
Vincent
day.
E says LimeWire was fire.
It was.
It was pretty
I
fun.
put a couple of viruses on my computer
It was worth the
growing
risk.
up with
And
LimeWire.
all the new music.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about? And movies.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Right. I missed that era.
Oh,
of music.
yeah. Dude, those
Boy.
mixtapes were so good.
Here we
Real
go.
trap shit.
Trapaholics. We make it look easy.
Diddy's oil guy, the Canadian hockey player, is cold. I told you, D-Mac.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember? I played in front of 20,000 people every night on the ice at 70 degrees.
Yeah.
All right?
People
So
act like you were out in the pond in Manitoba.
Yeah.
You had gloves on.
Give me a break, bro.
Yes.
It's cold.
Eskimos get cold, and they're from Canada too. So I mean, like Canadians aren't impervious to the weather.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that'll do it.
Eskimos aren't real.
We'll be back at what's tomorrow? Thursday?
Thursday.
Yep.
We don't have any bits on Thursday, do
No,
we?
we can think of one. Bottom 5 Thursdays.
Yeah, let's marinate on that.
All right,
Let's
yeah, we'll
marinate
figure
on
something.
that.
It
Let
doesn't
the
have to
people
be
think
that.
about it. All right, for KG, for Spencer Raxter, for Chase, for D-Mac, I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Well, see you later.